everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Kson has come out to talk about VShojo one more time because they keep messing things up. They keep doing screwy little things here and there that, well, piss off anybody that has anything to do with VTubing. So this is, of course, VShojo, the company I'm talking about. And she recently did a vlog. I have covered other vlogs that she's done where she's mentioned some stuff that's happened with VShojo. Let's take a look and see what's going on here.
Obstruction
of the corpos, giving out gifts, obstructing other talents, secretly charging sponsors extra on deals, unpaid commissions, embezzling charity funds, scamming talents over income shares, recruiting new talents, turning them into the victims. There we go. Another terrible thing. Yeah, we all heard about the merch. I did hear about the merch. But yeah, everything's been paid, for frick's sake. Yeah, they embezzled your money. The money that you guys gave for fan stuff, they embezzled it. And also, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't pay rent for the storage of the merch in the warehouse. So yeah, holding it hostage trying to get the talents to buy it, that's really BS. Giga talked about this too. Like things that I've already been paid for. They're like, oh, you want it? You can pay for it. It's already paid for. The fans already paid for it. Now you're trying to make the talents pay for it? How much BS can this freaking company do? Exactly. Way lower. So they didn't even pay for storage. Of course they've been living. I don't think they can solve it. So yeah, they Giga was one of the ones that was actually trying to do this, trying to get it for the managers, at least. I mean, if not for the managers, for the people, for the fans. She did speak about it earlier in another video that I did about this. They did not pay storage fees. That's something I didn't know. So basically, you're gonna have to pay like $20,000 or $30,000 in storage fees or more that they have for the storage of the warehouse stuff because they're using a third-party warehouse, and then you can pay for the talent merch. That's BS. And VShojo didn't tell them that. They wanted them to pay for the talent merch, and they weren't going to be able to get it anyways because, of course, they hadn't paid for the other stuff. So that is some straight BS. I really hate VShojo at this point. They have found every single way of screwing over the talents and the fans. They don't deserve to be a company anymore. I'm glad they are moving for bankruptcy. Furusu Natsume is a Japanese female VTuber with Nijisanji. She started out with Mashiro Meme Naraka and forming a trio named Mananatsu. They started about 2019. The reason why I'm talking about them, even though they are affiliated with Nijisanji, is because there's something positive going on with them. They have created a basically a original work, Non-Human Classroom's Human-Hating Teacher, published by Kadokawa. So it's by Kadokawa Entertainment. TV anime adaptation has been confirmed. So it is a manga, a manga that got popular enough that they have decided to make it into an anime. This is insane for anybody, any artist. And it's even more amazing, in my opinion, for a VTuber artist to have this, because VTubers can be pretty busy with a lot of their things, and to be able to make something like this and eventually get it into an anime is a dream for most. That is why I'm covering it, not because of anything Nijisanji related, but because this is a VTuber, no matter what affiliation they have, that has seen big success by getting this made into an anime adaptation. The official TV anime website and teaser PV have been released. This is a teaser PV, which is going to be the anime site here. There's a specific anime site for the things here. And of course, let's take a look at the anime itself. The girls here, all the other basically animal creatures here. The basically that looks like Vaporeon. We got a Vaporeon here. Got a lot of them, so he's teaching them Therianthropes. I'm not sure if they're called Therianthropes or something like that, but he's teaching them whatever, at the full class homeroom, that type of thing. It is interesting, and I am looking forward to the anime to see how it's going to be. Saruei, who is a VTuber I've spoken about before, criticized before, all that kind of stuff. But right now, what we're talking about is Saruei is doing a event, 5, 6, and 7 September at 5 p.m. CEST, 8 a.m. PDT. They're doing, basically, it is a charity event, but what they have here, for U.S. supporters, due to recent changes in U.S. law, charities that wish to accept donations from American citizens have to be registered as official organizations, 501c3s, in the U.S. Because the charities supported by this event are based in France, they are not registered in the U.S. under this requirement. As a result, donations made through Streamlabs from U.S. residents will not be possible this year. The restriction applies only to donors located in the U.S. Viewers from other countries will still be able to donate normally. The law only applies to California, from what I understand, but Streamlabs decided to block all U.S. citizens from donating. That is their choice. I know this may be disappointing for my American friends, but your support, participation, and presence remain incredibly valuable for the success of this event. So yeah, it is a shame that that law is a thing. I think it is to prevent money laundering and things like that, because people who are in that sphere of stuff are of course going to be doing money laundering and stuff like that. There is a possibility. Not anyone in the VTuber community, but if you are thinking of doing money laundering, a charity is a nice way of doing it, of cleaning your money, and then it's money you got ill-gotten. And then you still get the benefit of the tax write-off afterwards. That's why I think the agencies and places do that. But it is absolutely also understandable for Streamlabs to block everyone in the US, because you can't really block someone geographically from, I think, California. So you just block everyone from the US. It's a lot easier for them. They don't have to deal with much more. But I do know that things in the future will be going positive for this. Any charity is great. Unfortunately, if you're in the US, which gives a lot usually, you won't be able to give anything. Suzeaki is in the news today because they are giving us some interesting news. They were a member, a Japanese VTuber, a male VTuber, with Nijisanji. They were part of the first generation with Suki no Mito, Higuchi Kaede, Elu, Yuki Chihiro, Shizuka Rin, and Shibuya Hajime, and Moira as well. So they were a part of a large group that came in around 2018, was around the time that they started. And they switched over to Izuho Omi. When they switched over, I talked about them as well. But this is not so much about them switching over or showing their PL or any of that kind of stuff. What it is that they have joined Reborn. If you remember in my videos before, I had mentioned Reborn had their first generation. They had started it, and they had announced their main first generation. Now, Izuho has joined as a side one, basically not a part of their official first generation in the sense of the big, the big announcement of new talents with new VTuber, things into the new, the first generation. But they joined afterwards. Thank you for joining us for the major announcement. As mentioned during live stream, I have officially joined Reborn. I'll work harder than before to make my dreams come true. I'll be counting on everyone's support as well. Now, other people from Reborn have said, nice to meet you. I'm Yuka. Congratulations, first anniversary. Happy that more friends are joining and chasing dreams. Please play a lot. And here as well, other people are Mia, Omi-san and Mia Izuna. Congratulations on first anniversary. Same thing here. A lot of people from Reborn are all saying hello. Each and every one of their new generation seems to have come in and said hello on everything. Basically, they use the foreign way of saying it a bit, but it doesn't matter. The fact is, they all came in here, said hello to them, and of course, even Reborn themselves have retweeted, reposted the announcement. So it is official. It is from Reborn itself. It's official. They're going to be a part of it. It's great to see an ex-Niji, a V singer, do well and actually be a part of a new venture. I would call it a venture in VTubing. Hopefully, they will not run into the same issues that they ran in Nijisanji. Hopefully, management will be able to handle the fact that so many talents are popping up to start off. And Reborn is going to have 11 talents along with Aoi Sakura. So that is a big talent roster to start out with. That can lead to bad stuff, but my hope is that everything will be positive and Aoi Sakura has enough management to handle all the talents and will be good with communicating with the talents, which is very important. Mint Phantom is a VTuber who has been out there in the wide world as our ghost maid, and she has something new, something wonderful for her. Special guest announcement: Virtual Express, which is is working with the different places to send VTubers to. All aboard a forgettable VTuber fan experience, stationing in Florida at Holiday Matsuri, December 19th to 21. So they invite people for meet and greets and that type of thing. Special guest announcement: Mint Phantom will be boarding the Virtual Express December at Holiday Matsuri. Mint Phantom is Akihabara's resident ghost maid who loves all things moe and spooky. You just might see her at our next haunting. Join our Discord and stay tuned. So this looks like it's most likely going to be either an event. I know Holiday Matsuri is an event, but I'm saying an event within an event, or just a meet and greet. Either way, great to have her there. Holo Matsuri's guest list is looking solid. Can't wait. Solid lineup coming this year. Wheezes in excitement. So people are very excited, as they should be. I'm very, very glad that Maid Mint is getting all of these successes, as well as others, because they work really hard at this. They do work really hard at this, and I am not the type of VTuber who's going to be like, oh, F them, I wish I had it. Yeah, you can't be that way. You have to be appreciative of the road that they're paving in front of you. That maybe helps you in the future be able to get there. Inugami Korone, a Japanese VTuber with Hololive, who was along Shirakami Fubuki, Okami Mio, and Okayu, a part of Holo Gamers, which was a generation specifically meant for gaming, and later became, just a regular Hololive generation. Today, we're talking about her and Hogwarts. Why are we talking about her and Hogwarts? Well, Blue Sky, Twitter, they're all in a tizzy right now because she decided to play Hogwarts Legacy. She has it planned, she has it done, etc. And for whatever reason, they're just angry at it. I do know that the, Rolling is a B. I'll just call her a B because she is very, very much a TERF. Those who know. And she has been very open about that and very aggressive on that. And that is something I don't like. Because we are a very inclusive community here. It says, bad effing dog. Apparently it's a sponsored stream. This dev team really is desperate to keep the game relevant. That is the dev team's issue. Playing it now of all time, so latest release when J.K. Rowling's views are so obviously really does feel like a statement. Yeah, we all know Rowling's takes. But separate the art from the artist in this case. And the people who actually made the game don't have the same takes that she does. They mentioned it. They put it out there. It's already known. I hope Korone's head rolls. Wow. They're actually wishing damage, wishing hurt on a girl, an anime girl, who is playing a game. A woman in Japan, who does not have the same culture war that we have over here in the U.S., the same identity politics that we have over here in the U.S., the negative stuff against people's identity that we have over here in the U.S., as far as I know. They're just doing their own thing, at the very least the VTuber side's doing their own thing. And it goes on and on and on. You can see here the people continually starting to hire to play a different game, unsubscribe. Oh my god, well, a couple people are unsubscribing from her. Again, made her head roll. Holy moly. People make excuses. Japanese people are innocent little babies who don't know what the trans people are. They do know, but they don't get involved in the whole identity, politics, culture war thing that's happening right now. To be clear, it's not an excuse. She's popular enough for a while to be able to say no, but then she'd be forced to graduate. No, she's not going to be graduating. Holy moly. You can just see again and again. I'm not going to read all of these because there are so many. A lot of people disappointed. A lot of people angry. A lot of people are just, it's like streaming the idiotic game. Why did you have to effing do that, Korone? She didn't go into your room and slap you in the face by doing this. This is something that you could easily just be like, you know what? I'm not going to watch this one. I'm not going to support this one. I'll support the other thing she does. She has never shown that she is against any rights. She has never shown that she's never even shown any of her politics. So she's been one of those VTubers. She's been an apolitical one. It is not something that you should make political, honestly. People have unsubscribed and things like that. It's performative. All of this is performative. It's a purity test type of thing. It is basically them virtue signaling to other people. Hey, I am unsubscribing because I don't like that this person's doing this. It is really dumb, honestly. I don't agree with this. I have played the game, yes. I do not, and I totally disavow J.K. Rowling and her beliefs. I don't like the woman. I don't like her. But I separate the art from the artist. It's a game I wanted to play. It's a game from a group of movies that I really enjoy. So I played it. I wanted to play it. My community knew that I was not supportive of anything that woman stands for. But I did want to play the game. They understood to separate the art from the artist and to separate a game from the idiot who created the whole series. So yeah, that is the way I take it. It's really, really dumb. And I really hope these people get a life. I hope they go outside, touch some grass. Or if they do touch grass every day, I hope, well, they get some therapy because they definitely seem to need it. It's just getting this heated over a game. It's too much. It's too much energy for me. I would never get this heated over like this kind of stuff. It's just really, I mean, I do for, this stuff, for doing this. But other than that, like, yeah, if it's not for creating content like this, then, I'm just doing my own thing. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. The reason why I do this is because I want it to be a positive space, a positive place for VTubers and everyone else. So today we are talking about BrattyBatt VT, or VTuber. They are a Honduran white bat. And let's talk about here, things that they have here. Honduran white bat, Bratty Goth GF, Taken, all that kind of good stuff. They have to mention that because, some people can get a little interesting here. And here they are doing a little bit of phasmophobia. So let's take a little bit of a look, a little bit of a peek at what they're doing. Let's take a look.
Tonight, probably all night.
How old are you?
Me?
No.
Playing with friends.
I'm gonna bring in a motion sensor.
Talk to me.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Yes.
What?
So there you go. There's a little bit of stuff there. If I do find their YouTube side, I will let you know about their YouTube side. So I do appreciate you. Do thank you for being here. And of course, as well, thank you, BrattyBatt V, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.